The movie literally just came out today. Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video. In this video today, that's right, you heard me, Sonic the Hedgehog Movie 4, it's officially in the works. Yeah, I'm not even gonna build up any anticipation to that, it's happening. I don't think that this comes as a surprise to anybody, especially because we know that there's after credit scenes for this movie, and we also know that they've talked about future plans for the franchise. This all could have been assumed, but this is the first time that it's like officially coming from one of the Hollywood trades. You don't know for certain until it comes from Variety, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, etc. And not just that, but they provide a bunch of new info in this article. This is an exclusive report, so let's take a look at what Variety has to say about Sonic Movie 4 officially being in the works. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 in the works for 2027 release exclusive. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this headline I was like, oh, 2027, that's not too far, but no, that is pretty far. I don't know why, I was thinking 2027 was like 2026, so I was like, we only have to wait like a year and some change? That's a crazy fast turnaround. But no, it's pretty long. In fact, I think it's the longest wait we've had yet. But it's fine, let's read more. Paramount Pictures is prepping Sonic the Hedgehog 4 with the studio anticipating a spring 2027 release date for the latest entry in the family-friendly franchise. The news comes as Sonic the Hedgehog 3 races into theaters on Friday, where it is estimated to top the box office with $55 to $60 million from 3,800 North American theaters. The sequel is shaping up to be a nice holiday season hit for Paramount, hence the interest in more Sonic adventures. Internationally, the film will open in 52 markets on Christmas. Critics have also liked the latest movie, handing Sonic the Hedgehog 3 an impressive 87% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is like actually crazy. I knew that this would at least be fresh for the movie even before I saw the film, but even after I saw the film I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a fresh movie. I was not expecting the better half of 80%. That is like incredibly good. I think we're underestimating how good of a score that is for this movie. It's incredible and well deserved. Together, the first two films have earned a combined global box office total of $725.2 million and driven over $180 million in global consumer spending from home entertainment rentals and digital purchases. They also inspired a spin-off Paramount Plus series Knuckles, which came out earlier this year. Sonic the Hedgehog is based on the popular video game franchise from Sega, which first appeared in 1991. I didn't know that. Jeff Fowler has directed all three Sonic the Hedgehog films. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 brings back Jim Carrey as Dr. Ivor Robotnik, Sonic's main antagonist, and Ben Schwartz as the titular speedster. Carrey does double duty in part 3, as he also plays Ivo's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. The ensemble includes James Marsden, Tika Sumter, Idris Elba, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and
you're breathtaking,
who plays Shadow the Hedgehog, another fan favorite from the video games. Plot details on Sonic 4 are, you guessed it, being kept under wraps. Okay, so that's very cool. So I guess because of the post-credit scene, we could of course talk about what's going to happen. I'm just kidding. Don't click off. I'm just yanking your leg. Even though I know what it's gonna hold, I know that this video is coming out on Thursday, and a majority of you guys watching this video probably aren't going to see the movie by the time we're talking about this. So let's try to talk about this the best way I can without spoiling anything. So there's a lot of potential for many different things to happen in 4. One, we gotta talk about it because the only info we have on it thus far is the fact that it's being planned to release in spring of 2027. That's quite a bit of a ways away. That's all of 2025, which I know we're very close to, but it's still an entire calendar year, and then all of 2026 with no Sonic movies. That's the first time that's happened in the franchise's history. Now, this could be because they might be planning another TV series to go out in sometime in 2026. Hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers for that, whether that's a season 2 of Knuckles or something completely different. I hope we get some kind of Sonic movie media in that 2-year gap, because I feel like one of the reasons 3 took a little longer was because of Knuckles. So if they don't have a show planned in between then, I'm kind of a little confused on why it's going to take maybe a little longer. It might be because of casting schedules, might be because Fowler might be doing another movie, or the writers have some other movies that they're working on as well. But let's look at the hopeful side. Let's hope that because this is the longest wait thus far, that there's going to be another Sonic movie universe project, hopefully a TV series, so let's cross our fingers. Whether that is a season 2 of Knuckles or a Shadow show or something, like I said, entirely different, I'm just hoping for that. But as for the movie itself, I'm very clearly excited for it. I gave my review of the movie. I think it's the best piece of Sonic media ever made. I think it's going to be incredibly hard for movie 4 to top this, but it of course has the potential as the movies have kept getting better and better. For other people, I still prefer 1 to 2, but 3 is the best. They're clearly going to be introducing a lot more characters. I know what those are. I'm not going to talk about it yet. That's for tomorrow's video, so stay tuned. And I really think that that is what the movie is going to play with, literally what they set up at the post-credit scene. scenes. I think it's going to be very similar to the post-credits of Sonic Movie 2, where we got that post-credit and then the next movie really followed that post-credit sequence. So that's really what I mean by that. Just sticking to what they set up, because at the end of Sonic Movie 1, yeah, they show Tails, and yes, Tails obviously plays a role in 2, but it's really the Knuckles show, which they didn't tease at the end of that movie. I think with the amount that they show in the end credit sequence, they already had a story in their mind for what they're going to do with 4, adapting a certain game, and while I don't think it's going to be a direct adaptation, it's going to be even looser than 3 is an adaptation of SA2, I still think there's a lot of really interesting stuff for you to do there. You don't really need to introduce any other new characters alongside those characters. So I think the characters that you see pop up in the post-credits of Sonic 3, that's really what you're going to see in Sonic Movie 4, which is exciting. I don't know how more marketable it's going to be than Knuckles or Shadow. I don't know how big of a scale that can be. If I was a money-making man, if I was a studio exec, I would have been pushing a very specific character, but I'm sure, almost positive, that if we get a Sonic Movie 5, that could very well happen. I feel like I'm just giving riddles, because I can't say what's going on. Obviously, I expect the full cast to continue to show up. The movies need to continue repping that star power. I think there's still a large potential for a lot of these characters to return, and some for some characters not to return, obviously. But there's just a lot to look forward to with a Sonic Movie 4. And really the biggest thing and what makes me most excited is not only the fact that we get to continue more stories in this universe, but that the Sonic movie franchise just gets to continue, because I think movies are, like, in my opinion, the most important art form in the world. It's something that everybody can gather around and rejoice in and have a good time, and the movies have been so entertaining, so fun, so well made, and I'm just happy that that can continue. Because of these movies, really Sonic has been on top of the world ever since the first one released in 2020, and that really means that this can just continue. That hype train can continue to roll. And honestly, with everything that 3 sets up for 4, I see no reason why there's going to be a trail off. Whether it makes more or less money, that's for discussion so much farther down the line. I don't even want to get into that right now. In fact, I think it's going to be kind of an interesting time on this channel, because after 2, we were kind of already talking about Sonic Movie 3 a lot. With there being a 2-year and some change break in between these films, I honestly don't know when we're going to get Sonic Movie 4 news. It might be a good while until we see that, but you guys know, after this movie, after Sonic Movie 3, yeah, of course, Sonic Movie 4 is now my most anticipated Sonic project to come out within the next few years. Yes, more than a Sonic Frontiers sequel, more than anything that they could probably announce right now, unless it's Sonic Adventure 3, but oof, that's not gonna happen. So yes, I'm looking forward to Sonic Movie 4 more than really anything in my life right now. I could probably, there's like a 20% chance I could have a child by the time that this next Sonic movie releases, which is kind of hard to think about. I might not even, and everybody who loves and adores me and wishes that I would adopt them, close your ears, I might not even be doing this channel by the time the movie comes out. I'm gonna try, but I'm just saying, once when Ricardo Jr. starts running around, it's wraps, guys. I can't keep doing this. That's like somebody being over the age of 21 and still listening to Playboy Cardi. Regardless though, this is amazing, fantastic news, very hopeful. I was not really concerned that we were not going to get 4. It was just that before the release of 2, we already got the news that we were getting 3 and a TV show, which turned out to be Knuckles. We didn't receive that announcement before Sonic Movie 3 yet, but we're receiving it really the day of the preview day, so I'm sure that this is also being done as a little bit of a scheme by Paramount, being like, yo, we're so confident in this movie, this shit's so fire, that yeah, we're already greenlighting that sequel, baby, let's go. Because once again, like they say in the Variety article, this movie is estimated to go #1 at the domestic box office, so it'll be the #1 movie in America. It's by far the biggest critical reception any of the Sonic movie projects have had. It actually might be the first certified fresh Sonic movie on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very special. It just makes all the sense in the world to kind of be like, yeah, let's continue doing this. We're making money, it's insanely popular. There was really no world, I think, that there wouldn't have been a Sonic movie 4, so I'm just really glad that this is happening. It's kind of a crazy world that we're living in, that all of this is going on. Of course, thank you all for sticking around me during the release of Sonic Movie 3, but of course we still have more videos covering 3 coming up soon with the post-credit scene, and of course we're going to be discussing Sonic Movie 4 a lot following that. We're still in the midst of things, so get ready, guys. It's the opening weekend. I'm sure a lot of you guys are about to go see the movie, whether it's this Thursday afternoon or tomorrow or sometime this weekend or in the future. You guys are going to end up loving the movie, and of course we're going to be here to talk about all of it. But with that being said, guys, I love this film so much, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it, and I'm so happy that Sonic Movie 4 is officially greenlit. That's the greatest news. Are you excited for it, or do you kind of wish that the franchise is going to stop after movie 3? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media links, my Twitter and Instagram in the description below. You can follow those behind the scenes of my life, future content, and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed. This is the #1 destination on YouTube for all things Sonic. Whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, comics, merchandise, and more, we talk about it all. all. Like I said, more Sonic Movie 3 videos, more Sonic 4 videos on the way. It was just kind of crazy to say. And then of course other things in relation to games like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and comic books and more merchandise videos. And I'm still working on this big giant video. It's not going to be coming out this year. It's just too big, but at some point it will happen, guys. But with that being said, so much more content. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
And be right by the motherfucking seaside, dog. Everything I see, I got a dream. I thought these leaves would go and take me out the dark. I know everything I wanted to far away.